Well, guess what, YouTube? We're back. We got gas. We got music playing. We got the bike. So, let's lights, camera, action this thing. Excusez-moi. God, you've got to love this weather in Arizona. And it still has not gotten the best that it's going to get. When I say it's going to get better, it is going to get better. It's only about, it's probably about 80 degrees right now. And yes, it is going to get hotter today. But, like I said before, give it another month. It'll be 75 degrees all day long. In case you don't know, out here in western Arizona, there's a large population of retirees and older people. So like, if you notice as I'm riding, there's always tons of RV parks. All right. Today will be a video on pretty much the 5 things that I hate about my Yamaha R6. Every rider knows this. Having motorcycles, it's like a love-hate relationship. So we'll do the 5 things that I hate about the R6, and then I'll cut and I'll do another video which should be the 5 things that I love about the R6. This way we end it on a good note. But actually that'll probably be a 2-part video. So and actually, since we're getting on the bike, then number one of the first things that I'll say that I hate about the R6 is it's only a 600, but when I go to get on the bike, because of how wide this seat is, I should be able to flat foot this bike. I'm 5'7", and I can't. So I'm like on the balls of my feet or whatever, but it's only because the seat is so wide. So that would be my very first thing that I would put is what I actually hate about the R6. Again, this list is not an all-encompassing list. It's just the 5 things that kind of stick out to me that I feel every time that I ride the bike. And don't get me wrong, I still love the bike. I mean, what's not to love about it? Opportunity. But even though the seat height is weird, and because I'm so short, then it makes it to where I can't flat foot the bike. Really doesn't matter, because once you're on the bike and you're riding, you can do whatever you want. Who needs to touch the ground? I don't plan on touching it. Ooh, look at all that dirt over there. Remember, cold tires. So what else do we have? Number 2, because I'm about to do it now, I would say the next thing that I hate about the R6 is because of the age of it, it doesn't have a gear shift indicator. And I know what you're thinking. Yeah, but you don't need one. Yeah, but I have it on my other bikes. And it's so nice. So nice. Look at that GP shifting. That's how I shifted in that turn just now. Didn't upset the bike. But yes, by not having a gear indicator, then it makes it so that I don't really care what gear I'm ever in. But sometimes, just hear me out. Sometimes it's nice to just see it. You guys didn't have that, and that's why you're looking that way. Yes, sometimes it's nice to be able to look down and go, oh, I think I'm in third gear. I am in third gear. I think I'm in fifth gear. I am in fifth gear. But either way, again, it's not a deal breaker, obviously. Since we're getting on the highway, the other thing would be number 3 on the list would be power band. So right now, 8,000 RPMs, 75 miles an hour. For me to really get moving, I got to get to about 11 grand. And then the bike just comes alive. So the bike doesn't really come alive until that 11 grand. But again, minor things, but if there was something I could change, I want to get that same power down low. Now the benefit to it not coming alive until that time is it'll keep you out of trouble for the most part. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still a 2-wheeled monster, and for that part, pretty much any motorcycle out there is. So you hear people saying, oh, you know, this bike is slow, or that bike doesn't have power, or this or that. You're talking about something on 2 wheels that weighs less than 500 pounds that's got over 100 horsepower. That is a ridiculous power to weight ratio. 1 horse per 5 pounds. Like, it still blows my mind that people make, sell, and we ride these things. But I love it. And since we are still sitting here on the highway and I'm in that position, then I would say that number 4 on the list, let's see, what did we say? We said seat height, gear shift indicator, power band, and now number 4 on the list, gonna need some new gloves. Number 4 on the list, I would say, would be seating position. Now, it's a sport bike, so it does have an aggressive seating position, but it is pretty risky, meaning when you're riding it, if you're not riding it the right way, you're going to have a lot of weight on your wrists, which means I'm always clamping down with my legs to hold myself in the proper seating position. But even when I sit on my other motorcycles, then it's not as, or it doesn't feel as aggressive as the R6. And I think that has to do with not just the angle that the bike is pitched at, but also the angle of the handlebars or the clip-ons. Look at that cop. Go ahead, Ford, you can get that ticket. We see you, buddy. So yeah, that angle. How's it going, sir? Nothing to see here. Just a law-abiding citizen. But again, it's not horrible. It does have its downfall. You go on long trips, but you can alleviate it by doing what I do. And when I'm riding, as long as I'm comfortable, I hardly ever have my left hand on the handlebar, which allows me to sit back. Ooh. See, like right now, I have no clue what gear I'm in, but I do know I need to downshift. And so I just downshift. So again, I don't really care what gear I'm in, but it'd be nice to know for whatever reason. Bump. Am I getting hungry? I think I'm getting hungry. I got like a fat kid inside of me. He's trying to come out and play. Not yet, buddy. Not yet. See, normally in the summertime, waiting at this light, I would be burning up right now. But it's October. And I don't care what you say, I prefer warm weather over cold weather all day long. Go ahead, get over there. You can do it, because I'll go over here. Head of the line privileges. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, what do we got here? Old school Mustang. Pretty decent rubber behind it. Okay. Okay. I see you. That right there is what we call a man who loves his car. And you know what? I can guarantee you that he's got a love-hate relationship with that car right now. He loves it, but that car probably pisses him off. It's just one of those things. It's a guy thing. You know? If you're into vehicles and you take something and you put your blood, sweat, and tears into it, you love it, and then when it fails you, you're like, oh, stupid car. But the good R6 won't fail me. It's solid. He's got a lot of exhaust coming out of that thing, because that car doesn't care about the atmosphere. Yeah. Smell that. So, last but not least, on our list of things that I hate about the R6, our list of only 5 things that I hate about the R6, would be, again, because it's an older bike and it doesn't have, Corvette Nation. We'll swing through there. Dun, 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 dun. The things that I do just to see a vehicle, I don't know what it is. I have no clue. Because like even my dad wasn't hugely into vehicles. I don't know where this unique obsession came from. But there's a few Corvettes that are sitting over here, and I've heard about them sitting out here on the weekends on certain days. Never seen them though. So right now, we will see them. I mean, who knows? Oh, little Stingray action. Yeah, not bad, guys. Not bad at all. Driving 66, 1 Vato. Just a group of guys that love their cars. Let's get out of here. Jeep Nation. There is a huge Jeep following out here, and it's because, to my knowledge, and I don't know this for a fact, but I think they just take them out in the desert and do some weird rock climbing shit or something with them. Either way, to each his own. That's what they love to do. We'll go. Everything on a bike always looks like it's worse than what it really is. But trust me, motorcycle riders are actually pretty safe people. But don't get me wrong, we've got our hooligans, and we've all got a little bit of a hooligan inside of us. But like, if I fall off this thing, I'm hitting that. I gotta pay attention. Like these guys. Come on. every time you ride, you should be trying to work on something. Learn something new or become more proficient at something that you already know. So number five, as far as the final or the fifth and final thing that I hate about the R6 would be the throttle. Again, you know, it's because it's an older bike and it doesn't have all the crazy things, you know, call me spoiled, them other bikes have on it. So it doesn't have what we call throttle by wire, meaning when you look at the throttle housing and tube over here, then as I twist, there's a cable that's being pulled that's opening up the throttle body connected to the engine, and that's how the bike knows to go forward or go faster. Now that was great all up until they came out with throttle by wire, which essentially means the same movement is happening on the throttle body itself, but it's being done electronically by an input caused by the throttle housing. So your throttle tube, instead of there being a wire connected to it, then instead it's a sensor. Since this has a wire, I can feel the pullback from the wire. I can feel the dragging from it. And honestly, I don't think that it's because there's anything wrong. It's just because my other two bikes are newer than this one. So not a huge deal, but it does always make the throttle feel a bit sluggish. Hey, hey, hey. See? You gotta pay attention, because he had no clue that I was right there. He didn't have a signal light on. He's carrying shit. It's alright though. I could have just flipped him off like the other guy did back in the Mustang, but I'm still alive, and I'm sure that he had the ever-living shit scared out of him. No problem. At least he apologized. See? So note to self. For those people that are watching this video that don't ride motorcycles, pay attention. But in the event, in the unfortunate event that you're not paying attention and you do something that either does or has the potential to harm a motorcycle rider, like, we're people too, just give us a look, acknowledge the fact that you fucked up, and everybody's happy. Well guys, I think that's gonna pretty much wrap this one right here up. So again, those are the 5 things that I hate about my 2007 Yamaha Easy Buddy, my 2007 Yamaha R6. But by no means does that mean that I don't love the bike. I mean, what's there not to love about it? It's a motorcycle. So I'm gonna turn now. This is historic downtown Yuma, and I'm gonna come down here to see if I can grab myself a bite to eat. But either way, that is going to do it for this video. In the event that you're out in Yuma, let me know. I'll only be here for a little while longer, but either way, you want to get some riding in or something like that, let me know. We'll get some riding in. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this one off by sitting here and just admiring that I need to fix these wires right here. Every so often, those wires, that's alright. We'll take that fairing off and we'll fix it, because it's all about making things better. But either way, yeah, just like I was saying. So that's 5 things I hate about my 2007 Yamaha R6. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notifications so that you can see when I upload videos. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.